it's Jamila from Buy Pink, and I have been asked a few times how I organize my freebies and how I give them away. So I wanted to do a quick video to show how I do it and how easy it is to do it. I've been with Flowdesk for about, I want to say early September last year, maybe. Yeah, for about a year now. And I think I joined when it was still in beta, but I loved the way that the emails look. You can see some here before I log in. The email templates, I love the way they look, so I decided to give it a shot. Plus, it was super inexpensive, so I gave it a shot. You can try Flowdesk for free. I will link the give you guys a link in the description. But as I stated, I wanted to show how I do all of my freebies. Initially, when I started giving away freebies, I had a Google Drive set up. You give the link out one time, or you have them sign up for an email to get the link, and then they have that link and they can, download for forever. But a blogger friend of mine actually was like, you're just giving it away for free. They don't really have to sign up. So I started setting it up. Here, I'll show you real quick how I set it up. I start setting it up so that they have to subscribe to my email newsletter. And once they fill in their information for my email newsletter, it is the files are automatically sent to them. So I'll show you here in this pumpkin craft. I'm just going to click to the jump to craft button just to make it a little easier. So right here, I have a link to the cut file. Once they click on that cut file, it opens a new window. When they click on the link, a new window shows up, and this is my form. So they fill in their first name, first name, email address, and then click download the freebie. Now, once they click download the freebie, their freebie, within a few minutes, that freebie is delivered to their email address, and I now have them on my list. When I started with Flowdesk, I had about 2,000 followers, and using this method, I have now, let's see, 18,000, not followers, subscribers, 18,000 subscribers. And some of my SVGs and other files get a lot more downloads than others. Like this one, my Paper Rose SVG, it gets a lot of downloads. But anyway, that's how I do it. So now I'm going to walk you through how I do it. You can do this with any file type. Some files do require you to upload a zip file, and that's what I do with my SVGs, because most of the time I'll offer an SVG and a PNG, or sometimes it'll be the SVG, PNG, and a PDF. So I just zip all my files together just to make it easier. So I'm going to go back here because I realized I forgot to put the files in this post, I believe. So let me go down here to the craft or to my create card. Yeah. Yes, it's this one. So I am going to walk you through how I add the links and build my email list. So the first step is you come to audience and click on segments. And I always create my segment, my form, and my workflow with my keyword. That way it is easy to find later. Oh. So because I use the same account for 2 different blogs, I must already have it in there. Unless I made it and just didn't grab the link. It doesn't matter. So then the next step is I go over to forms, and I've already created the form, which is really weird, but I'm going to delete this one and walk you through how to actually do the form. All right, so you want to go up here to create new, and you can use any of these you want. I like to show a pretty picture, so I usually use either this top one or this full page. I like the full page best. So I'm going to click the segment, which is the free SVG2 that I created. And this form is going to be only for this post. First thing we do is click on this box here, click upload image, and find the file, the file with the images and stuff that you want to use. So I just grab one of the images, my edited images, to throw in here because I like to see something pretty. And then you can, so next, you're going to fill in the title and the description. And I like to change the font because I like the pretty stuff. You want to make it clear that they are signing up for your newsletter. Usually I just copy or duplicate an old form and reword everything to make it fit whatever I'm using it for. So I added that last part in because most regular people, normal people, non-bloggers, non-content creators, non-people who send out emails regularly, they don't realize that sometimes things go in the spam if you're not whitelisted with them. And I add that last line in there because when you send out your newsletter, all they have to do is hit reply, and they don't realize that they probably should have checked there first. So next, I'm going to change my colors real quick. And this one is going on my Color Me Crafty. My Color Me Crafty site. So I'm using colors that match that site. And then click on next. Click continue. I don't want to be notified each time somebody signs up for this. And you're just going to display a success message, and then they can click back over to your email. So I'm just going to copy the link, and I'm going to edit this post. I'll just show you guys how. And I guess most of you probably won't need this. Some of you may. So now that I'm in the editor, I'm just going to scroll down to my create card and scroll down to that in the supply list. I'm actually going to move it up. I like it to be the first thing on my supply list. So it's all up at the top. I'm just going to, oops, I'm moving too fast for this thing. Add the link here. It's already set to no follow. Publish and insert. Update. And that's it. That's all you have to do for your blog. Now we have the link for them to sign up for the free SVG. But even though we have this here and it looks like we're finished, we have one more step over here at Flowdesk. So I'm going to go back, click on workflows. I am not going to, unless, you know, there's a ton of comments asking me how to create a workflow. I'm not going to walk you through how to create a workflow right now. I am, however, going to delete this one that I already have, because clearly, actually, I'm not going to delete it because it might be for something else. But as you can see, I have 136 workflows. I have one for each and every one of my freebies. When you have your workflows, you can click here and it'll tell you how many subscribers went through and completed the workflow. I also have a workflow set up for my new subscribers. A day after they receive their freebie, they get thrown into a workflow where they receive emails basically telling them about what to expect from me. So, like I said, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna show you how to create a workflow at this time. If there's a ton of comments, I will go back and do another video, like if you guys really want me to. But as of right now, I'm going to duplicate this one. And then I'm going to rename it. Let me make that 2, because I don't know if I already have one on my other site or not. So I just want to make sure. That's weird. So the first thing I do when I go into my segment, and if you have a new workflow, you're going to add a trigger, and the trigger is if they sign up for this segment. So anytime they fill out this form, once they click download, that puts them into this segment. So then the next thing would be to add an action, or I'm editing a current or action that I already have. And I like to add a little image in here. So I'll go back. I just deleted the image that I had. Again, I'm not going to walk you through exactly how to do this. Hopefully you guys are familiar with Flowdesk. If it is really requested, I will walk you through how to set all of this up. But I'm just going to go ahead and add my image in here. And this right here, if you can read that, thanks so much for signing up. Here's your project. If you're looking for more Christmas projects, then you should check these out. These links are to the projects on my blog, and that's why I tend to, these files, these are linked to my blog, so that's why I just duplicate, because they're already linked, and it just saves me a little bit of time once I got it all set. So if you're not just duplicating and you're setting it up for the first time, you're going to want to type something in here. So when they open it, it says, hey, and then it has their first name, and then they have this cute little message, and then the next thing they're going to do is click download the file. Now, this is the email that is being sent to them. So you want to make it look, you know, oops, I did not mean to click finish. You want to make it look nice. So the next thing you're going to do is add a button and download the file. but you want to make sure you link your file. Now, once you upload your file, uh-oh. Once you upload your file lives here, so you don't have to do anything else. Now, I do recommend that you save your files in a Dropbox, on iCloud Drive, Google Docs, whatever you prefer, so that you always have those files. You never know when you're going to need them. So again, upload file, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I always zip my files before I upload them. So they do have to download and unzip. PDFs or you know, PNGs or normal files, you don't have to do that with. But because I'm doing SVGs, I don't know if maybe Flowdesk has changed it, but when I started doing this, they didn't recognize the file format, so I got an error each time. So I just started to zip them up. So, and then, you know, you can add some cool little stuff down here if you want to. Click finish, click publish, click publish now. And now you're done. You have your, just to recap the steps, you add a segment, you connect that segment to a form, and then, I did not change the form name. So let me rename this. Just a recap. Just to recap, we have our segment, which is here. We have our form that I walked you through creating, and we have our workflow. So once they sign up on that form, they get dropped into this segment here, and then this segment here, and this segment triggers this workflow, which will send them an email with the SVG or whatever file they're downloading. It'll send them their freebie, and then dump them into another workflow that begins my it sends them into a workflow that sends them a series of emails every few days, kind of telling them what to expect about who I am and things like that. So I hope this video helps somebody. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below, and drop me a comment. Let me know how I did.